So we're going to say a few words about beard transplants. That's becoming more popular these days to enhance the beard area in men, obviously, and we do that pretty much the same as we do a normal hair transplant, bar a few subtle differences. Firstly, the harvesting is done pretty much the same as a normal hair transplant. We'll take the follicles from the back of the head and the sides in the safe donor area, and I prefer to combine the follicle harvest with follicle unit strip surgery, where we take a strip out of the back from the heart of the safe donor area, and we combine that with follicle unit excision surgery, where we take them out one by one. That way I can get a big number of grafts, or I can easily get the required number of grafts, and I protect the donor area as best possible for the patient. But it's not necessary to do it like that. We can do it also just via FUE or FUT surgery. Either one is good as well. I have found that if somebody needs to enhance their beard, we need at least 2,500 follicles. That's if they have a little bit of beard in a patchy way. If they have almost no beard, they will need much more grafts, probably 3,000 to 3,500 follicles. Having said that, the beard transplant is not as dense as the transplant in a normal recipient area for a hair transplant. So in the beard, in this central area here around the chin, it's the densest, and then lower down along the margin of the jawline, it's denser. Coming up here in the cheek area, the buccal area, we don't make it quite as dense. We'll put single hairs in there, and then we'll place the 2 hairs and the 3 hairs lower down and in this area and maybe below the jawline. So the one thing about a beard transplant is that the incisions are very shallow. We go in almost parallel with the skin, but less than 10 degrees in order to, because these hair follicles come out really shallow, and we want them to turn or curve towards the skin. So that's what I like about the strip surgery, is we can actually see the curve of the hair in the follicle, and I can position them so that they curve towards the skin, which looks more natural. And then we obviously follow the natural direction of the existing facial hairs, which changes depending on where we are on the face. And this is done under complete anesthesia, so we numb the total area before we do the incisions, and then we do the transplanting of the follicles into the recipient sites. And yes, other than that, it's pretty much the same as a normal hair transplant. And because of the mouth area moving more, we'd find that the scabs around this area come off sooner post the surgery, but the same applies for any other hair transplant. You have to spray the grafts and just take it easy for the first couple of days, a week or 10 days after the surgery. And it's very popular, and we do a lot of that type of transplant, and it works very well.